Welcome back to the KWPC Buy, Sell, and Trade Show. Feel free to call or text now, 563-263-8600. You can call in once per show with a limit of 3 items per call. Again, most items can be sold or traded with the exception of guns, licensed motor vehicles, real estate, used mattresses, or employment. Unless you're advertising work to be performed for you and not by you, KWPC is not liable for any financial arrangements or guarantees of the transactions. Now, let's get back to more Buy, Sell, and Trade Show on the Voice of Muscatine, AM 860 KWPC.
AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to Buy, Sell, and Trade here this morning. We're probably going to end it just a couple moments short so we can get started with Jerry's Outdoor Show. So thank you to everyone who called and texted in. And remember, you can tune in again next week. We'll be back at our normal time, 9 until 9:30 for Buy, Sell, and Trade here on KWPC and the Voice of Muscatine. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into Jerry's show here this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Jerry's Outdoor Show, powered by CWB Construction, The Country Gun Store, Quality Garage Door, Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, Tailwater Marine, and Wolf Contracting. Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook and check out the show archives on Podbean and iTunes. And without any further ado, here is the man with the plan, Jerry.
Well, good Friday morning out there, and let me tell you why. Remember old Billy Troy? Remember Billy? Billy, will tell you why.
Wow.
Let me tell you why.
Was that guy down
yeah, down in Arkansas. Billy,
Arkansas?
Every story you go down, Troy, Jerry, I'll go tell you why. And now let me tell you why. Things didn't end well with Billy.
We got a lot of chicken livers.
Yeah. And
Billy chicken livers.
And let Billy tell you MFers why. Billy was a colorful character.
Well, once we found out Billy's chicken livers could be made in your backyard.
Right, exactly. It wasn't so exclusive to the double wide facility. Yeah, remember I went all the way down to Arkansas.
You made an adventure.
Yeah, y'all come on down here. You check out the operation down here.
Massive
operation. Are you making
operation.
chicken livers or are you making meth? What are you doing down here?
It was a little scary, wasn't it?
Exactly, whatever.
Did you look behind the curtain?
No, there was no curtain.
There was
what
no
did
large
tell
curtain.
You? No, if plywood's a curtain, I guess, if you want to say that.
Was that his roof?
No,
Billy was all right.
Billy's okay. Now you Yankees up here running your mouths and all this stuff. We know how to do multiplication most of the time.
I think they ate those Billy chicken livers.
I don't know, but whatever.
They fried them up.
But whatever. Like I said, things ended badly between us. And
I know.
But we go on. But
Horrible.
what hasn't ended badly right now is we are still on the cusp of high water. I looked at this morning was 19.5. It looks like we're going to inch up to about 20 foot on Sunday, which puts us right at major flood.
Yeah.
And that'll stay that way pretty much through the whole week, which also at Jerry's Bait and Tackle, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, well, it's mostly Jerry's Bait and Tackle side, we have the high water, high savings.
Right.
So,
how's that work?
the river this morning, we're going to take whatever it was this morning, we're going to divide it by 2. This morning, it was 19.5.
We're going to drop the 5, or we're going to hold on to 5?
No, we'll hold on to 5. 19.5. Now divide that by 2. What is that?
I can't do it.
You can't do that.
No, 19.
9.75.
Yeah, there you go.
9 point.
Definitely
Definitely
not 19.
Definitely 9.75. 9 and 3/4.
Definitely.
Definitely 9 and 3/4. So, but anyway, if it gets up to
9.75.
20 on Monday, that means 10% all week long. Off fishing gear, in stock fishing gear, and we got quite a bit.
10%.
We have reels coming in that are going out the door faster than literally 3 hours. We brought that Lew's 6000 in, which is comparable to the Abu Garcias, out the door. Right out the door.
Nice.
3 hours. We didn't even have it in 3 hours. So, anyway, let's get on with this. It's going on. My good pals up there in Red Wing, Minnesota. Brian up there on pool number 4. He's kind of watching things for us because what they have coming down to us isn't good.
Jerry, do you want me to give you the Isle River Old Pylon Bridge report today?
Sure.
I went by the
If you want
river.
to talk about the pier, I don't know what pylons
No, the
are.
old pylon that held the old bridge up.
The
They're-
pier?
They're called piers?
Yes, they're called
I thought
piers.
they're called pylons.
Are
Okay.
they made
Let's
of
call
rock?
it piers. It's made of rock.
I know you're looking out to the right. as you're
Right.
cruising.
So I'm coming over 61 Bridge, and I look
Yep.
over to the right, and I see the old bridge,
Yep.
and we're 2 blocks from the top.
No kidding.
2 stones
Going
from
over-
the top.
Did you see downtown?
No.
I mean, the levee, it's all up to the marina. I mean,
So
not the
remember, that's
levee,
my
but the
guide.
levee, that's your guide.
But I did actually see the
high
trees.
water.
It's probably down 4 or 5 inches.
Right,
off,
exactly.
But it's coming back up, I think.
Well, my buddy up there, Brian Calwitter up there in Red Wing, Minnesota, had this to say. He said, we hit 50 yesterday, and the creeks were moving fast, and tributary rivers are swelling, and they're moving faster. So places in the metro area have about a foot of snow yet. They still have a foot of snow on the ground yet, okay? Up north, they're still talking 2 feet. North of him, there's still 2 feet of snow up towards him, and you got to remember the Mississippi River starts up there.
Right.
Ways, you know.
How much snow did Billy get?
Well, now, let me tell you why.
Not much
we don't
snow.
If we got snow down here, we'd be closing stuff down.
Right.
You know,
Nope.
for some reason in the South, you can't find milk, eggs, or bread.
Okay.
Okay. Because whenever a disaster happens down here in the South, we all make French toast. That's why.
That's what they do?
Hey, let me tell you why.
Is that Louisiana?
No, he's in Arkansas. He's about 40
Arkansas.
meters from. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you
Right.
why.
Sorry, Jerry, I got
anyway,
something. Let's get back to the
that's why
snow.
Up the, oh, no, now we're back up in Minnesota. So
Minnesota.
anyway, all the towns along the rivers are
Don't
filling
they
sand-
talk like Minnesota?
Yeah, they're filling sandbags, eh? You
Yeah.
know, and Stillwater, Minnesota up there has got a real nice buffet up there.
Did they
It's
get a
it's-
boat out there on the river, on the boat?
Now you sound like you're Louisiana up there. No, let me do the invitations. Okay, here we go. The
Every
St.
time I do
Croix-
an invitation, it turns to another language.
Right, exactly.
I start out with
You did that with Billy. You used to imitate him, but you were doing what's the drunk
I
guy
don't know,
from the 20s?
I'll start out
let me
with
try.
Spanish, and I'll end up with Chinese. I
Right,
don't know
exactly.
why. It's just,
It's just
I can't.
terrible. But anyway, Stillwater, Minnesota on St. Croix River is building a 15-foot sandbag dike. So they're expecting it. Closing roads in St. Paul yesterday along the river. 12 foot is the action stage. 14 is where the flooding is. 16 and 17 or 16 is major flooding up there. 20.7 was the 1965 record. We're at 9 foot right now, and the forecast says 13 in less than a week. Personally, I think we'll be seeing 16 to 17 foot here. That's well over 100,000 cubic feet per second of water coming down.
That's
the
a
pipe.
lot of water.
Okay.
As they
Cities
say
will
down.
be closing boat ramps next week, advising people to stay off the river, and certainly wouldn't be a time for a newbie to learn fishing on the river at this point. And that's up in Red Wing, Minnesota, up on Pool 4. We're Pool 17, so, you know, it's all coming our way. It's all coming our way.
It all falls
If-
downhill.
if we want it or not. And speaking of the rivers coming up, I cruised by River Drive this morning, or Mississippi Drive down there in Muscatine, and noticed how far there's like one car parked out there. And everything else is barricaded off, and somebody left their car there. So it'll be interesting to see if that's
Wow.
going to be underwater if they don't get it moved.
Wow.
But anyway, the city of Davenport released this earlier in the week. The city of Davenport has become aware of many boaters are electing to launch from the entrance of Credit Island.
You know, I read that.
Yep. And guess what? It is illegal to launch from park locations not designated for boat, raft, or other watercraft. City Code 12.72060. The public participating in these activities do so at their own risk, the risk of others, and they also will fine you. If they catch you doing it, they're going to fine you.
Now, I read a post that some guy cited like a 10-page report saying he can do it.
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
you see that? I
saw
couldn't
that.
believe that.
I saw that, but I didn't, get all
He was
into the
talking in
particulars
languages
of it. Language
languages
yeah,
I've never
the
heard.
Supreme Court ruling and blah, blah, blah. said
Yeah,
that
like I
everywhere.
can launch a boat on international
I
waters.
understand why they're doing it, and
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense to me in portions of it. And I say it like this. If it's flooding out there and we have to send somebody out there to get
That's
you,
the problem.
I think I'm not telling you what to do, but if we have to send rescuers out there to get you, I think you should also pay a fine.
Yeah, that's
think
not
you
good
should be-
resources.
yeah,
That's not
Colorado
good
does
use
that.
of our Yeah,
If you climb up on the rocks, and
Right.
they tell you, hey, don't climb up on the rocks, you're going to get stuck. You climb up on the
Right.
rock, and then you ruin everybody else's day because they got to go out and get you. I think you should pay a fine for it.
Right.
Is there somebody under, or is that just lightning flashes?
lightning's
Right,
coming.
there- something like
It's
that.
lightning.
Hey, you're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. What do you got to say, buddy?
Well, what would you like
Well,
to buy
what would you
today?
like to buy? Okay. Well, what would you like to sell? Oh, what in the hell? Right. Okay. Well, I'm
Jerry,
gonna tell
would you just shut up and sell something?
Right. Okay. What would you like to buy? Nothing. You want to sell something? Nothing. I'm going to tell you what's going on, and let old Jerry tell you why. See, we got the basketball game on at 10 o'clock, so they moved everything down an hour.
Oh, she went, Jerry.
She wasn't buying that either.
I cannot believe you assaulted a buy, sell, and trade person on the radio.
I didn't insult. How did I
Jerry,
insult? That's about as me posting that sticker that said gun-free zone. And I got beat up over it.
Jerry.
And then I go to answer it. And they ran. So I guess
tell me
you sell insurance, right?
I think you're going to come up with something, aren't you, Jerry?
Right.
Let's talk about it.
You sell insurance,
yes,
right?
insurance. Farm
So
insurance.
if I get a sticker made up that says disaster and fire-free area.
Fire-free, disaster-free.
Disaster-free, and I put that on my front door, and I put it on my back door.
No need for insurance.
No need for insurance. I can cancel it, right?
Cancel it.
Because nothing bad
Nothing's
can
going to
happen
happen
to me. I
Absolutely
have the sticker.
not. Absolutely not. Nobody
Great.
Right.
Perfect. I'm sure John Ingstad up there at State Farm probably not going to be too happy, and my banking community might have something to say.
No,
but
the
we'll
views
go with that.
expressed are not necessarily a Farm Bureau
So
insurance.
hey, let's wrap this.
Keep
up.
going. So we
Wrap
may have
this
some more
up.
buy selling going on here.
Right, exactly. People might
Actually, you know what? We have like 4 or 5
puppies.
listeners now because they're
Right,
listening because of
they're
buy
listening.
sell.
Buy, sell, and trade. There you go. Hey, so anyway,
right.
I was out cruising around this morning. I thought that was
Cruising.
interesting. I don't know if the city of Muscatine's going to put that out, that they're going to find you.
Hey, Jay
if you're not
Schaefer's
putting it there.
watching us.
But anyway, so listen here now. Listen up. My buddy was down there in Odessa earlier this week. He said water's very high down there. He said unless you got a lift truck and chest waders, you ain't putting in the boat down there. And you shouldn't be anyway because it's flooding. Most of the fishing reports, I don't really have any because what I read online was anything that isn't flooded out still has ice. It isn't solid ice, but you have ice floating around. So I went down to Deep Lakes because I know people are itching. It's going to be a nice weekend. They're itching to put their boats in. Deep Lakes is open. All the water's open. So if you're in the sound of my voice and want to fish in Muscatine, Deep Lakes is going to be your best bet. Chester has a boat ramp, and Lake Jewel has a boat ramp. So if you're itching to get that boat in there, here you go. That's going to be your best spot.
What's it going to be this weekend? 50s or temperature-wise? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All right, so
It'll be up there.
it'd be nice.
Right, yeah.
That'd be nice.
Right, absolutely. So I know guys are coming in the shop.
Oh, yeah.
They're ready. I need to get this. I need to get that. And they're just, salivating. It's kind of like that. You probably opened Christmas presents on Christmas morning.
Generally.
Yeah, generally. So
Yeah.
it was like that.
Oh,
that,
wait.
Troy,
Yeah,
go to
right,
bed.
right.
Troy, go to bed. Oh, this
Jerry,
is
I'll
the
give you
worst.
the
This is
analogy.
worst.
It's like setting up the Army men and G.I. Joe.
Okay.
You set all that up. You get everything ready for the next day when you're actually going to play with it. The fun is in setting it up.
Okay.
So it's fun getting your equipment and your everything ready and your tackle box all organized and
Thinking of what
in
maybe.
that. It's
may
just
happen.
the anticipation is.
Well, I can also tell you something that's not happening,
Setting up
and
the
that
man.
is a scheduled trout release for tomorrow at Discovery Park. That has been postponed, but they have rescheduled it for next Friday.
Next Friday
at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Which make sure you have a radio with you because you don't want to be out there fishing for trout and miss his show.
Oh yeah.
Because next week.
Oh,
will be
I
at 10.
got it.
Right.
So that's Friday. The date's
so
the 29th.
maybe we can talk to the radio, and I can send you out there and do a live
We'll
remote.
do a live trout release.
And you can bug people while they're fishing.
I will.
I'm Troy Mitchell with
I think we need
Outdoor
to.
Show. Get the hell away from me, pal. Get out of here. But anyway, the trout release is next Friday. They had to cancel it because there's just too much ice. So that's what's going on. That's as far as I know it. We're going to slide into a commercial break, and we are going to be right back. We're going to talk about bow fishing.
Why not?
Why not?
I love bow fishing.
Hi, this is Zach Boots, owner of ZWB General Construction. I'm a local business and always on the job site.
Interior remodeling, kitchen and bathroom backsplashes, bathroom tub and shower surrounds, sheetrock and trim, carpentry work, basement partial or full remodels for man caves or family rooms.
Remember me, Zach Boots and ZWB Construction. See my work on Facebook.
Booking interior remodeling now.
Call now for free estimates. 563-260-2786. That's 563-260-2786, and you can be the next job well done.
Country Store Guns in West Liberty has it all. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, scopes, cases, and more. They buy, sell, and even repair right there in their store. You can find Country Store Guns in West Liberty and view all their guns in store or check out their online shop, www.countrystoreguns.com. You can also find them on gunbroker.com. For a large variety and high-quality firearms, shoot on over to Country Store Guns at 1604 Elder Avenue in West Liberty.
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or someone to service your current garage door, call me Dave from Quality Garage Doors. We service all makes and styles of garage doors. Give me a call today at 563-506-1032 for all your garage service needs.
Hey, don't you go anywhere. We've got more of Jerry's Outdoor Show.
No man alive likes to be called high-smelling and low down.
Right here on KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1.
Peppy? Peppy Possum, that you? Why, Randy Raccoon, what in tarnation are you up to? I'm on the lam of that dead burn Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control. Today he done rounded up my brother Rufus and his bunch. I tell you, Peppy, he is a menace.
For removal of skunks, bats, groundhogs, raccoons, and more, call or text Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, 563-299-9664. That's 299-9664. And check out his Facebook page and website, bigpapasnwc.com.
Winter has a hold of us while we're all dreaming of the summer sun. Tailwater Marine can help cure those winter blues. Conveniently located downriver from downtown Muscatine, Tailwater specializes in all things on the water, from pleasure boats to fishing boats. They have the skills to repair and the accessories to customize your boat. If your boat or engine needs major repairs, drive service, or an engine rebuild, now is the time before the springtime rush. Call Nigel at Tailwater Marine today, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
Wolf Contracting in Muscatine has been proudly serving the commercial and industrial construction and remodeling needs of eastern Iowa for years. They specialize in new construction, additions, and remodeling for commercial and industrial buildings. Wolf Contracting has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is an amazing testament to the quality of their work. Wolf Contracting. Their prices are fair. Call Wolf Contracting today for a quote or a consultation and see for yourself. Call 263-5406.
Almost 10 years. And I always knew about bow fishing, but to sit here and tell you that I'm an expert about the subject, well, that would be one whopper of fishtail to lay on your ears. Problem is, I've known guys that came in and they want to get fishing arrows when I had a shop up in Wilton, and if it exists on the planet, I'll get it for you. No big deal. But I never really put too much thought to it. And then when we finally moved the business down to Muscatine, Troy had already established some sort of archery there in the shop. And I said, well, maybe we ought to look into this bow fishing. And I just noticed over the last few years that it kept getting more and more folks were coming in. First it started with the arrows. Then we got the slings. Then we got the reels. Then we got blah, yada, yada. We go on and on and on. But bow fishing has really, as far as social media, has really exploded the last 5 years. And I'm still no expert in it. So instead of me fumbling through this, we'll just bring on an expert and let him explain it to us. I'm talking about Mr. Tim Cotman. How you doing, Tim?
Doing good.
Now, Tim, what is this bow fishing craze? It really seems to be growing into this epic thing from where it was, as little as 10 years ago. Maybe I wasn't paying attention that much, but it didn't seem to be up the forefront. Because I'm on social media, and I just see pictures after pictures after pictures after pictures. So.
Oh yeah, it's really grown a lot in the last couple of years. Biggest thing is big companies are now supplying better gear. They're really designing stuff for the sport. J.P. Morris from Bass Pro, he got into it many years ago, saw that there was a market, started investing in it, grew to be a sponsor for a lot of big tournaments that are really giving out a lot of money, a lot of prizes, and it's really made the event very.
Yeah, it seems to be there's a lot of clubs now popping up around here. Like I said, with advent of Facebook and Instagram, you get it, you put it out there, and then the whole barrage of comments come on top of it. And I mean, I think that has really helped generate a lot of interest in the sport itself.
Social media really pushes the sport.
Right.
You can show off how you've done, and it really pushes people to be like, hey, that's something I'm kind of interested in as well.
Kind of the same ways that we got together, because it's just like, hey, I need to find somebody who knows a little bit about bow fishing, and it was from looking at your post,
right.
And the same thing here is guys, well, I want to take an interest in the sport. Well, I don't know who did. Well, a lot of times you can send somebody a comment or whatever. Hey, dude, I'm interested. Hook me. So how long have you been in the sport?
I've been doing it for about 4 years. I've done some in the past with an old recurve and a Gatorade bottle tied onto the front with some 150-pound fishing string.
Right.
But I really got invested into it about 4 years ago.
Right. So what do you find so enjoyable about the sport?
I just enjoy being outdoors. It's a great activity. Go out, walk some banks, and just enjoy the outdoors. It's very rewarding, unlike deer hunting or something where you spend a lot of time and your success is pretty limited. You can spend a little bit of time or a lot of time out and always find success.
Yeah, I'm sure by now there's a lot of folks listening in going, by God, Ethel, this is what I've been looking for. I need to get involved in this. So are we using do we have to buy a special compound bow or a special recurve bow or what? How do we get started?
The equipment, it's designed specifically for bow fishing, but I started off with just an old garage sale, $20 find. Took it into a bow shop, had them check it out. Bought a real simple beginner's kit, bolted it on. I was fishing, 15 minutes later.
Right.
It doesn't really take a whole lot of money to get started. I think I started with maybe $100, $150.
That ain't bad.
No. And then I've been able to expand my equipment from there. And
right, because most people think, well, okay, I need this and need that. Oh man, this is just gonna. But I think you can spend as much as you want to spend.
Oh yeah, you could start off with $50 and just find an old bow and a Gatorade bottle and rig up a way to hand line the line in on it. Right. Or you can spend several $1,000s and have a top of a line unit.
So if you could just give us kind of a basic rundown of what a bow fishing rig would be and comprised of, and if you want to throw some brand names out of components, that would probably help a lot of these people out there.
Right. The base is you gotta have a bow.
Gotta have a bow. It's the first word in the damn thing. Bow fishing.
And there's a wide variety of them. Go from a recurve that's real simple to use, compounds, and then the advanced bows that people use are lever bows.
Right.
And the bow selection really isn't the big deciding factor. It's the
I guess it is, how far are you shooting these fish? I mean, how many?
Typically
yards?
Only 15 to 20 yards at the most. I get a lot of shots within 5 or 10 feet.
Okay.
It's so you want to use a lower poundage bow. Typically 30 to 50 pounds is it's kind of that sweet spot for your bow selection.
Yeah, we sell in the shop. We have a lot of kits ready to go, and we're PSE dealers, so we have the Mud Dogs.
Yeah, Mud Dogs
great. A little lower end on the scale, but
the Discovery is another one that's real popular.
Exactly, but like I said, somebody wants to get in it, but this day and age with quick attention span, you know what? That wasn't for me.
Right.
Now I got this stuff for sale. I got $700 worth of equipment invested. So anyway, we got the bow, and you said it can either be a compound or a recurve.
Right.
Okay.
And then from there you got your reel.
Your reel.
And the one I like to get people started on is the AMS bottle.
Yep.
There's a couple variations of it, but it's real simple. You tie the string onto the arrow, you shoot your arrow, the line just spools out, and then you grab the line and you hand line the fish back in.
Right.
The reel function is there if you miss the fish, then you can reel the line in a lot faster, get it back in the bottle, and be ready to shoot again. So it's a very simple setup. It doesn't take a whole lot of skill, and real easy to put on the bow and get you fishing.
Okay. So then next will be arrows. I mean, these aren't your typical arrows that you use.
No.
When we first, like I said, we started selling arrows, you guys must lose a lot of arrows. Even though it's tied to the line, you guys must lose a lot of arrows because we sell a lot of arrows, bow fishing arrows.
You get them stuck in logs, you get them stuck in the mud, and it's pretty easy to lose them. The the arrows, there's a wide selection of them out there. One of my favorites is the Muzzy Sure Shot.
Right.
It's a real simple arrow. It just has a fiberglass shaft, and on the very point of it, there's a wire barb, and it's hard to beat that.
Right.
There's a lot more advanced ones out there that cost a lot of money.
Yep.
The Sure Shot is my go-to arrow, though, typically.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. They run for anywhere from $9 to $14.
Yeah.
Usually but they're usually high vis.
Oh yeah.
Pink
bright
or high
colors.
vis. Yeah. So you can. I don't know how it gets off your line, but if it does, you can find it. So, but you brought up the names AMS, which I know we carry, and Muzzy. It seems like those seem to be the Walmart and the Yonkers of the bow fishing world.
Yeah, those two really developed the new products for bow fishing and really started pushing it. Nowadays, there's so many suppliers out there and making all sorts of products. I mean, the advances are unlimited at this point.
Is it leaps and bounds? I mean, it must be with all the people that seem to be participating in it now. There's got to be new people coming up with new stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, and they're taking. We use like a standard Zebco reel,
right?
And they upgraded that to have stronger internals in them,
right?
And now they're redesigning it so you get faster flight coming off the reel, quicker retrievals.
A lot of these reels that we're talking about, now we were talking about bottles before that basically holds your line. You can just basically look like a bottle.
Yeah.
But the reels actually look like a Zebco 808.
Right.
They look like a spin cast reel. Just for that purpose. I mean, now we've talked about this. I guess I got to have a boat to do this, right?
You don't have to have a boat.
Really?
No. I started off shooting on the banks. Lots of places throughout Muscatine County.
Right.
And just walk the banks and try and find some fish swimming up along the edge. You can definitely get yourself a boat. One of the things that I like to push people into is start walking on the banks first.
Right.
Find some bridges on gravel roads, stuff like that. If you want to advance yourself, look into maybe a kayak. I've seen people use those paddle boards.
Yep.
The two-man bass boats are great. And then if you really want to get big, you can go get yourself a John boat, put a deck on it, put a light setup on it.
Yeah, I seen some of these guys that come into my shop. I mean, they got the big deck on there, and they got the big lights and all that. Of course, in July, you're going to be eating about 1,000 river bugs while you're out doing it, but I guess if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. So the reason why we kind of bring up all this bow fishing thing, and I think a lot of people are going to get into it, is because right now we've got the river coming up upon us, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
And all these ditches are going to be filled. There's going to be carp, and there's going to be... So this is, I guess, if you want an opportunity to try this out, they're going to basically be everywhere.
Yeah, springtime is the time to get into it. You can find a lot more fish in the spring. They're going to be up in the shallows looking for food.
Right.
And it's real easy to get people on fish in the springtime.
Right. So do I need a fishing license to do this?
Yep, you need a fishing license.
Okay.
State of Iowa regulates bow fishing similar to regular fishing.
Reel fishing.
Right. You have to limit yourself on what type of fish that you can take. So you can only get trash fish, which is going to be carp, gar, dogfish, suckers.
Okay.
Other states have other regulations, but those are the most common
but
ones.
Iowa's no game fish.
No game fish,
okay.
no.
All right, so it's only the rough fish. Now here's the thing, too. The question I had about this is we're targeting rough fish, like I said, the carp. I suppose a lot of people eat carp, but a lot of guys aren't eating gar. A lot of them are eating dogfish. What do you guys do with the fish after you shoot them? I mean, how do you dispose of them properly, I guess, is what we should talk about.
I'm a little non-traditional. I actually eat a lot of these fish, and I suggest people try it. Gar is fantastic.
Really?
Yep. Fillet them out, fry them up. They're absolutely delicious. I eat the silver carp, the big head carp, grass carp, and the suckers.
I've heard people talk about the Asian carp or the big head carp, and they said they're quite tasty. I didn't know you were actually from Louisiana. There's a lot of redneck kid down there, man. They make some. I don't want to know what it is, but it tastes pretty good. But you do eat.
I eat a lot of the fish actually, and I share it, have my friends try it, family try it. They all really like it. takes a little bit more knife work skill to
Right.
to get the meat cleaned up, but
Mhm.
there's a couple of ways that you can cheat around it, and you're getting a lot bigger fish than what a little bluegill
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
so
yeah.
so if you end up with a little wasted meat, it's really not that big of a deal.
All right.
And if you don't want to keep the fish,
Right.
I try and find farmers,
Okay.
turtle farmers.
Okay.
They like them. Farmers will let you take them out into the fields. You can start a disposal at your house, dig
Right.
a hole, and start throwing them in there, make them into fertilizer. State of Iowa, they do allow you to return them back to the water, but we try not
After
to.
you killed them?
Yeah, so you'll want to kill them and
Right.
then puncture their air sac so that
Okay.
they float to the bottom.
Right,
and
because circle of
become
life,
food.
they're going to
Right.
die. They would have died of natural causes. Other fish would consume them, or wildlife, or whatever.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave them on the bank. That's
Right.
one of the worst things that you could do.
Right.
Even when you're fishing and you catch a drum or something like that,
Right.
you don't want to leave it on the bank. It
Right.
leaves a mess for the next person, and,
Right,
and really looks
absolutely.
poorly on us.
Absolutely. Is this a sport that we were talking earlier? This is a sport. If I went and got to my shop, got everything, and damn it, I'm a bow fisherman now. I can just go out and do it. Or you think people would be better off if they had somebody kind of show them the ropes a little bit?
There's a lot of guide services around,
Mhm.
and it's a really good way to get you started. I fish with a guy out in Des Moines, shoots the Des Moines River and the Red Rock Lake. Carp Ninja is the company that he runs, and they've got all the bows and the arrows for you. You just you pay to go out for 4
Right.
hours, shoot a couple fish. It's a good way to get you introduced in it.
Right.
Uh,
Like I said, I'm trying to take this from a. We'll have you on some more because I know you're an advanced guy, but we're trying to get the novices into it. So my thing is, are there any kind of don'ts to bow fishing a novice might not be aware of? They're like I said, they're going it alone. I'm going out. Is there any kind of don'ts or any kind of advice that you know from your background? Hey, don't do this, don't do that.
The biggest thing is understanding the regulations around it,
Right.
and most of that is going to be with city regulations. It's a projectile, and so you're not allowed to bow fish inside city limits.
Okay.
Some parks you're not allowed to as well.
Right.
So you always want to make sure that where you're bow fishing, you're allowed to. You don't want to intrude on someone's private property, and try and get permission if someone has some property that you think would hold some fish.
Mm-hmm. So we've talked all about this, and I know there's people listening and saying, "By gosh, that's for me." So if they wanted some advanced tips, or maybe just drop you a line, what would be the best way to go about getting a hold of you, Tim?
Easiest way is probably through Facebook. You can just look me up. I'm Tim Kottman.
Okay.
Last name's Kottman. Get a hold of you as well, and
Right.
I'm sure you can put them in contact
yep.
with me. I'm always willing to talk to people and,
Right.
and try and point them in the right direction.
Is there like any groups or pages you would suggest that they look? Because my gosh, I always get added to probably at least 10 fishing pages a week, and it's just too much to keep up with on there. So if you give us like the cream of the crop.
So I'm a member of the Bow Fishing Association of Iowa.
Okay.
They run the Iowa tournaments. There's prize money and stuff like that involved in those as well. There's a lot of good guys on there, a lot of good information. You can ask questions. There's also Eastern Iowa Bow Fishing on Facebook, Iowa Bow Fishing, Central Iowa Bow Fishing. All those have the same group of guys typically, but there's always someone there that's willing to help you out.
Awesome, cool beans. Tim Kottman, been my guest today. Muscatine, you were a native, but you live out in Nebraska.
Yeah, but I'm
brother,
in Nebraska.
You're back this week because they ain't the place to be out there this week.
No,
is
it's
it?
rough out there.
So, but where you're at, is it going to clean up pretty good, or you got
we still got a little ways to go, but it's starting to get better out there.
Well, winter exacts are. This is what we pay for that 66 degrees in December. Remember when we were all enjoying that?
Oh yeah.
Well, it comes with it. But I appreciate you being on this morning, Tim. And me and Troy have worked out a kind of a bow fishing contest, but we're not really yet to divulge how we're going to run it. But we'll get to it. But I appreciate you coming in this morning. All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, bud. Tim Kottman, everybody.
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or someone to service your current garage door, call me Dave from Quality Garage Doors. We service all makes and styles of garage doors. Give me a call today at 563-506-1032 for all your garage service needs.
Country Store Guns in West Liberty has it all. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, scopes, cases, and more. They buy, sell, and even repair right there in their store. You can find Country Store Guns in West Liberty and view all their guns in store or check out their online shop, www.countrystoreguns.com. You can also find them on gunbroker.com. For a large variety and high quality firearms, shoot on over to Country Store Guns at 1604 Elder Avenue in West Liberty.
Winter has a hold of us while we're all dreaming of the summer sun. Tailwater Marine can help cure those winter blues. Conveniently located downriver from downtown Muscatine, Tailwater specializes in all things on the water, from pleasure boats to fishing boats. They have the skills to repair and the accessories to customize your boat. If your boat or engine needs major repairs, drive service, or an engine rebuild, now is the time before the springtime rush. Call Nigel at Tailwater Marine today, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show on KUPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Well, what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
Hi, this is Zach Boots, owner of ZWB General Construction. I'm a local business and always on the job site.
Interior remodeling, kitchen and bathroom backsplashes, bathroom tub and shower surrounds, sheetrock and trim, carpentry work, basement partial or full remodels for man caves or family rooms.
Remember me, Zach Boots and ZWB Construction. See my work on Facebook.
Booking interior remodeling now.
Call now for free estimates. 563-260-2786. That's 563-260-2786, and you can be the next job well done.
Wolf Contracting in Muscatine has been proudly serving the commercial and industrial construction and remodeling needs of eastern Iowa for years. They specialize in new construction, additions, and remodeling for commercial and industrial buildings. Wolf Contracting has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is an amazing testament to the quality of their work. Wolf Contracting. Their prices are fair. Call Wolf Contracting today for a quote or a consultation and see for yourself. Call 263-5406.
Peppy Possum, that you? Wild Randy Raccoon, what in tarnation are you up to? I'm on the lam of that dead burn ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control. Today he done rounded up my brother Rufus and his bunch. I tell you, Peppy, he is a menace.
For removal of skunks, bats, groundhogs, raccoons, and more, call or text Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, 563-299-9664. That's 299-9664. And check out his Facebook page and website, bigpapasnwc.com.
Now it's time for Mitchell Farms and Ammo Patriot Report. Yes, Troy Mitchell keeps an eagle eye on the national headlines to make sure the pinko commie liberals don't push their America-hating agenda on our society and cause another crack in our Liberty Bell of Life. Yeah, what's up, America?
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Well, that's just...
That's about as bad as your Chinese impression. Oh, how do you do it? I'm Chinese.
I don't from Chinese until American. Well, that was Indian or something. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, looks like, hey, Jerry, you sent me some interesting facts that's going on in Missouri.
Missouri's got it going on.
So, you know, Missouri in the legislative, or in the state of Missouri, they're doing some interesting things. One Missouri lawmaker proposes a bill that would require every state resident to own an AR-15. Jerry, but you know what's funny? He's mocking the liberals in the process.
No.
So actually, Missouri State Representative Andrew McDaniel this week introduces the McDaniel Militia Act, who declares that every resident of this state shall own at least one AR. The bill defines residents as those between 18 and 35 who are not prohibited from a law or court order to possess a firearm. I like it.
They can make you have a fire extinguisher.
Jerry, why?
Well, yeah.
Why?
You have that box that says, in case of emergency,
you know what?
break glass, and there's an AR.
Jerry, that was insightful.
It is.
So if you have to have a fire extinguisher in a rental in some places, why wouldn't they require to protect yourself and others around you and not rely on stressing the law enforcement to come out and do it?
Because you gun carrying people get all offended when you see a sticker and I don't know. I gotta go.
Gun-free zone. So another thing in Missouri, this is interesting. Missouri's really kicking some you-know-what down there. Can we say that on the radio?
Yeah, don't come down here messing around Missouri.
So the Senate bans, now listen to this, Jerry.
I'm listening.
The Missouri Senate bans all federal gun control laws in a 23-10 vote.
They can do that.
They did it.
They can tell the government, hey, you mind your own stuff. We gonna take care of
our own
down here. Now, happy Mother Uncle Day, and here's a car.
So if you go online, you actually read some of this, but it's basically saying, you feds, you stay out of Missouri.
Right.
Don't come after our guns.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Well, we're talking about this. Jordan brought up a good point about the reverse. Well, I guess you wouldn't call it reverse. It's a sanctuary city.
Yeah, Jordan.
But it's not the sanctuary city that
you would think.
That, the sandal-wearing hacky sack crowd would probably like. Go ahead, Jordan.
What is it, Jordan?
So my understanding of it is that these sanctuary cities are now sanctuary cities for gun rights. So you're going to be able to, you're going to keep all your gun rights in the government's. It's almost the same thing as this vote for Missouri.
Yeah,
it's almost the exact same thing.
So if I feel bad and I feel like crying, and I feel very unsafe about where my guns are, I can run to these sanctuary cities.
Right.
There you go.
And the federal government can't do anything.
Take me down to the sanctuary city where the grass is green.
And the girls are pretty.
Won't you please take me home?
All right, enough of that. Go ahead, caller. We'll buy, sell, and trade today.
There's nobody calling. Nobody's calling this show. You read off the one gal we had listening.
Yep.
Hung right up.
We had one listener today for buy, sell, and trade since we're preempting the game.
Exactly.
Oh, Lonnie's calling.
Lonnie's calling. Should we put Lonnie right through?
All right, Lonnie, what do you want?
Right, let's put Lonnie on.
I don't know if it'll work.
Put him on there.
All right, can you hear it? Go ahead, Lonnie. Yes, Lonnie.
AR-12 for Al McDaniel.
Don't know anything about it.
You don't know anything about
Oh, yes, that gun is on order and they'll be there shortly. That's a shotgun, an AR shotgun. It should be shortly. Can you hear that? Lonnie, you're on the air. What do you want to say? You're on the radio station right now, Lonnie. You called in. What do you want to say?
He's been on the show. He knows what's going on.
Lonnie's on the show all the time.
Right.
So Lonnie, we have an AR-15 shotgun coming in for a customer. Yes, it's on its way, and I expect it.
AR-15 or an AR-12?
Well, it's an AR-15 style 12-gauge shotgun. Okay, all right, Lonnie. Wonderful. All right. Tell him it's on its way. All right, thank you. Bye.
Look at that.
So that's Lonnie.
You saw an actual gun-related service call and how we handle it. I don't know. What is it? Who?
Come on, Lonnie. Take care of it.
Exactly.
Man, that's about as bad as Dan saying, where's that gun at?
Almost exactly, but...
What else did I have to say?
I
was going to say something.
You
I
was?
can't remember.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. Something about legends. Oh,
yeah.
We're talking about...
sanctuary cities.
Sanctuary city. I don't even know. Forget it. Wonderful.
Speaking of guns, sanctuary.
The gun of the week, brought to you by Mitchell Arms and Ammo, 810 Park Avenue, Muscatine, Iowa. So we have today, Jordan's interested in this gun. Is that camera on?
Yeah.
We have the Taurus Judge. Now, Jerry, what do you think of this Judge? Is that?
I think it's all right as long as you can find a fence post to lean it up against while you shoot it.
So this is a 6.5-inch barrel, 45 long Colt, shoots a 45 long Colt, or a 410 shotgun shell.
Right.
So Jordan says he wants to trap shoot with this.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I take out our 410 shotgun just for a little bit more challenge for when we're shooting trap. But I'd really like to try it with the.
Well, I told Jordan I'm not sure he could hit anything with this, but he might. With that longer barrel, 6.5-inch, it's all stainless. What I found out, it's interesting about Taurus, is actually for the buck, very good gun. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're at $499.99 for a stainless steel,
or 3 easy payments of $200.
Could be. That's Jerry's payment plan.
Money.
The remainder goes to Jerry. But this is an actual revolver, stainless again, nice rubber grip, and lifetime warranty. Taurus pretty well takes care of anything. There's any problems, we send them in.
And we move a lot of Tauruses.
Tauruses are wonderful.
Grab a hold on to that. Grab hold on that. What do you think of that, Jordan?
Jordan's going to take a hold of that.
Make sure you
Just
get
see
your
if
DNA rubbed in there. Real
Yeah, right.
Good.
Good. Hey, Jerry, do we got his prints? Good.
That's
All
not
right.
nearly as heavy as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
No.
That is much lighter than I expected.
Right. Well, I can't touch that now that you did.
You're right.
It's got
exactly.
fingerprints
Your
on it.
Honor, we tried stopping him. He went
The
crazy.
judge. What a name for a gun. The
Really?
judge.
Really, you'd trap shoot with that.
I'd like to try it.
I
It's a
mean,
lot of fun.
out of the holster and everything.
I don't know if
You
I'd
doing
quick
that?
draw on it, but
Throw
I'd-
up some corn nubbins in the air and watch it. Go get Daddy's driving whiskey, kids. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, well, I thought Jordan might carry this concealed and might be handy with the ladies after he carried this gun,
right.
concealed.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't.
But you know what? Taurus, though, we sell a lot of Taurus in the shop.
We do.
And a lot of them, and they're not all big, settlement guns like this. I'm going to settle your hat.
No.
A lot of ladies like the Taurus
We
because
s-
they're smaller.
We
They're
sell a real
smaller.
small.
The
They
real
call it
small
a
ones.
GSC, compact, small, little polymer
And
9.
these ladies aren't trap shooting with
No,
it.
they're not.
It's personal
Self-defense.
self-defense, personal protection, peace
target
of mind.
target practice, having
Right.
fun with it.
Something
Not
small that fits in their purse. Like the 380s or
right, 380s and 9s usually.
Yep,
Little 380s work real well for the ladies, concealed in their purse. Some small,
Right.
single stack, meaning bullets that are stacked on top of each other, thinly, will fit better in a purse or in a concealed carry situation. So them always work good. And this Taurus gun of the week, yeah, Jerry, we saw a ton of Taurus come in the shop there in Park Avenue. And
So I guess we could ask Jordan. He's impartial. Why would do you like revolvers over compared to like the 1911s? You like the?
I'm a
the
big
wheel
fan of the
gun?
1911, but revolvers are a lot more fun to shoot, in my
Okay.
opinion. The 1911 is, I think, my ideal carry weapon,
Mhm.
but I like to shoot the revolvers when I'm, shooting a little bit further.
Mhm.
Plus, you can put some pretty sweet scopes on those. I've seen 44s
Right.
with some
Right.
nice. People deer hunt with them.
Right. Well, I know we've sold those at the shop for guys who are expressly for deer
Right.
hunting.
So what's nice about revolvers, they have a revolving cylinder, and you can mount stuff to the top.
Really?
Right, Jerry. I'm trying to
That's
tell
what they're
people
called,
what
revolvers?
what a revolver is. We're not all
You got anything for
gun
sale?
people like you, okay?
Can I buy that?
And you can add scopes and little red dots, and it's kind of nice. So when you're putting a scope or red dot on a sliding semi-automatic weapon, the scope and the sights move with that. So it's not as accurate and easy to mount, but
So less moving parts
Right.
with a revolver compared to a 19.
Well,
what
for
can
mounting-
go, what could go wrong with a revolver?
Not
I mean,
much.
they're
Not much.
mechanically Nothing.
Not much. They're solid. The only downfall to a revolver is limited capacity.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 shots, 6 shots. Where you in a semi-auto polymer frame, you can get 17
Right.
shots. So
Well, what I like to equate it to is we got that big 50 cal there in the shop, and every time you pull the trigger on that, it's about $6.
right.
What's it going to cost you to pull the trigger on
Oh,
that?
Ammo on a 45 long Colt's probably 30-40 cents a round.
Oh, you'd be crazy not to shoot up whole case.
So
Right there.
I think that's right. Now people come in and say, "Can I get that 30% round 45 long Colt?" And Dan will have a fit. But I don't.
Poor
I
Dan.
don't actually
Oh,
know.
he's not in the shop, so yeah, we can just
But I
scratch
think
him.
we're close to that. It's
Right.
close out on. It's not real expensive on the 45 long, and the shotgun shells aren't that expensive as well. So
Could you conceal that?
it
It looks like a very uncomfortable gun. to
a little
conceal.
big, little big,
Right.
little big to conceal that. This would probably be. You could carry it on the outside in an outside holster and.
Yeah, but that's not typically what you'd carry
No,
around for personal protection.
No,
I
but
would
people
think.
would take this for trapping.
Right.
They would take this for what they call snake gun.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ain't gonna be much left of the snake.
well,
which
that's what it's for. It's, you'd take a buckshot, and you usually probably the shotgun version. You'd put the 410 shell in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then those pellets would come out and give you a wide spread, and you're not trying to hit it with just that single bullet. So shot works well for snakes or something you want to aim quick and be done, or a trapped animal.
Awesome.
So that's wonderful. What else, Jerry?
Well, Troy, we were talking earlier. We're getting ready. We got what? 8 minutes left and we're done? Well, that'd be a great place to wrap this up here. We got the Monster Catfish Challenge is going to be happening. every guy's talking about. And I got thinking last night, I thought to myself, why do we go first, second, and third? Why do we go biggest fish, next biggest fish, and the third biggest fish?
Because that's all the money we have?
No.
Oh, that's not the
we
answer?
Got tons of money.
Oh, that's...
We're loaded. I ask Dan all the time. I said, we got money? He goes, yeah.
It's just like a checking account with
It is.
checks. We got
Exactly.
tons of gift cards. There's
Exactly.
nothing on them,
Tons- yeah,
but we
exactly.
have tons of gift cards.
Right, exactly. But I got thinking, it's like, why don't we change this thing around and let's make it interesting instead of being, because a lot of people, you get that 62-pound catfish
Right.
off the bat, and everybody, or flathead off the bat, and everybody's
Everybody's
like, yep, I'm done. There ain't no sense of being in it. I ain't gonna get nothing close.
Okay.
So what if we say big fish is big fish? We've got two categories. We've got the flathead. We got the channel cat.
Okay.
Okay, big fish is big fish. Okay, that's going to win. Either way, that's going to win first place.
Okay.
But let's say the flathead, instead of doing the next biggest fish, let's go 40 pounds. Whoever can bring in a flathead that is closest to 40 pounds wins. Second place.
Over or under?
Whatever's closest.
Okay.
So if you're 41.2 and the other guy is 40.2 ounces, and the other guy's 39.5, the 42 would be the closest. You understand what I mean?
No, I don't get
Either
it,
way.
Jerry,
I
but
know,
whatever.
don't
It's your
understand.
show.
I'll take care
Jerry,
of
it's your show and yours
Right,
contest.
exactly. There
I
you
just
go.
played
I'm just
somebody.
saying, I think that'd make it more interesting.
That's fun.
Right.
It makes,
exactly.
you know,
Right.
people don't feel like they're
Right.
out of it immediately.
Well, the other contest we thought about running here is, well, I was talking to the bow guy earlier. We're talking about, guys been asking me about doing a bow hunting contest.
man.
Well, I
Well?
don't think we're going to do it like we do at the catfish one. The catfish and the flathead, you can bring it in, we weigh it for you. The bow fishing one,
How are we going to
I
verify
don't
that?
want you, right, I don't want you bringing in a bloody mess of fish. And I'm sure the Mexican restaurant next to our building doesn't want you bringing
Well,
a
actually,
bunch
they
of-
may take it and
They might, I don't know. Can't speak.
you have to bring it in with the arrow.
Right, like it's already shish kebab. Already.
Yeah, you'd have to show it.
Exactly.
I don't, Jerry, this is your contest. I don't know what you're doing.
So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do something similar.
We
to
don't
the
have
ice.
any gun contests going on.
Well, let's do. Well, you're free to do a gun contest.
We'll have Jordan shoot. We should have a trap shoot.
We should.
We should
What
put
are
on
we
a Mitchell
sponsored
Arms and Ammo trap shoot.
Okay.
Jordan, you want to come?
I'm there. Are you kidding me? I'd love it.
That would be fun to bring everybody
Now,
out.
are these required that they have to use firearms purchase?
Yes, of course.
Mitchell
Of course.
Arms
Now,
and
hang
Ammo
on a second.
To be part of it.
We have to have proof of purchase. Bring your receipt, and you guys can shoot in the trap shoot. No, Jerry, we wouldn't do that.
You sure?
I don't know. We
I
might.
think you would. I know you would. But no,
Yeah.
we could. We definitely could.
We got to think
and
about
we should.
that. Summer's coming. Spring's
Right,
coming.
Exactly. Exactly. So we should take advantage of it.
Speaking of
You know
spring,
what?
we should
And-
say something about this.
Yeah,
Jerry.
go ahead. Say something. about it.
Well, the Muscatine Oak Ridge Monarchs is the National Wild Turkey Federation Muscatine branch, and they're having their banquet on 3/30 of 19, which is what? Is that 2 weeks? When?
Yeah, 4.
The 30th.
All right.
So on March 30th at the National Guard Recruiting Center,
And would you say the Oak Ridge boys? are
the
gonna be
Oak Ridge boys will not be there, but
they
the Oak
won't?
Ridge National Wild Turkey Federation will be there.
there? Ooh, pop,
Go online to look that up for more information. You can go online and search Muscatine Wild Turkey Federation and see what it's all about. Get tickets. But it's at the National Guard recruiting office down there on 61, and that'll be March 30th. So
right.
I want to put that out.
Awesome.
A little bit about
Yep,
that.
yep.
Them guys are awesome people. Support outdoors and hunting and.
So we're gonna wrap her up
Okay.
here. We have to make way. We got the Hawks are coming up next. Jordan, you're gonna be calling the game live.
Yeah, that's
in
me.
here.
That's what I
Jordan's
do.
got to head off to Des Moines here real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Get on that KWPC corporate jet. And Get out there, take it over for Gary Dolphin.
I kind of like your idea of heading out to that trout deal next week.
I think so. Let's talk to him.
I don't know if
We
we're
can
going to be able to do that or not.
Yeah, we can put you on the cell phone. You can just
We'll put
call
Lonnie
in,
out
do it
there.
on
Let's put Lonnie out there.
Sure. Yeah, I want to talk. It's only an hour show, though. Come on, man. But anyway, hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Here, do we have to change the name of it now? To
What?
I think we're going to have to go like 2 hours, man.
We will.
We will. I think we have to. We just got.
You guys call in. Tell us you want 2 hours of this nonsense.
Crap to put out there. But anyway, hey, we got to slide out of here. Your Hawks are on your radio next. We'll see you next week at our same regular time. So not to screw up any buy, sell, or trade or anything.
No,
like
never
that.
again.
All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Jerry will be back next Friday at 10, right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. Until then, have a great week.